So in a trip that Hugh led in 2021, I think, working with Hamano-san, we were introduced to Dr. Koji Miyoshi. And Dr. Miyoshi cannot be with us here today, but fortunately, Mr. Hamano is here to provide that presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Kei. So I'm explaining demonstrating successful factors of their sewing culture mainly. So this is the Koji on the sewing culture area in northern part of Hokkaido. The latitude is pretty much the same as Gulf of Maine. The hanging culture, the Funka Bay, the southern area, that's where my company is. That is pretty famous for ear hanging area. The latitude is pretty much close to Boston. So as Kevin asked me, the wild scallop population was so low long time ago. But now, the farm scallops was like reproduced so much, and no one cares about the wild population. Okay, so let's explain the scallop production cycle. As Dr. Kosaka explained, seed production involves natural spot collection and intermediate layering. This is very important. Young scallops of about 1 year old are used for sewing culture. So this is the animation of our rotational sewing. It's like a vegetable. So sewing culture have a single generation and uses a rotating system where released years are alternated among different fishing grounds. Several hundreds million scallops are released per fishing area. Most are harvested 2 to 3 years after release. Naturally, the growth and survival of released scallops depend on the coastal ecosystem. So that the one fishing area usually as big as like 10 square kilometers. The biggest one is like 50 square kilometers. Okay, this is a support system. So at the fishery site, there are groups of fishermen who produce seeds and those who conduct sewing culture, different groups. And these groups operate under the umbrella of the Fishing Cooperative Association. It's Fishing Co. And the research department in the FCA, these cooperative manage the seeds, plans the release, and conducts post-release monitoring. The sewing culture group manages profits through a pooling system. They share the profits. The Hokkaido Federation of Fishery Cooperative Association, that's the federation, handles seed pricing and domestic and international distribution management and sales to Japan and other countries. And public support comes from fishery technology offices and fishery research institute like Koji belongs to, which provide technical assistance to fishermen. So the success factors of sewing culture, one is like securing the necessary number of seeds, that's billions. then post-release care, how much they can grow and survive. So to secure the necessary seeds, they are often brought in from some other regions, like transplanting, including the Japan sea coast. This side catches like bunches of like stars. Important factors include temperature differences between intermediate layering areas and release area, and appropriate protection during transport. For example, air exposure of seeds is also directly linked to scalp survival. Uh, for example, if the spots is disclosed to the air for 30 minutes, and after 13 hours, the survival rate goes down to like, it's like 50%. Half gets died. The figure on the right shows the relationship between seed survival rate in the presence of predatory starfish. The solid line represents scalp seed protected in water, while the dotted line represents seed exposed to the air for 1 hour. This demonstrates that air-exposed seeds are significantly get more vulnerable, even when they are larger in size. They lose energy to escape from starfish. The seabed condition. Let's examine physical factors, marine environment, and biological factors. The eastern coast of Hokkaido has a flat topography extending to the continental shelf, with seabed classified as sand, ballast, and gravel. Scallops tend to distribute more in areas with larger particle sizes. The scallops live more in gravel area. So understanding distribution of this seabed type in release as release ground is very important. While scallops are generally understood to have low mobility, they may be moved significantly from the release site depending on tidal currents and seabed conditions. Regarding scalp growth and marine environment, the Okhotsk coast, the northern part of Hokkaido, close to Russia, experiences blooms in spring and autumn, with large increases in phytoplankton as shown in this figure. The spring bloom is particularly crucial. The relationship between such marine environments and scalp growth should be closely monitored. So how well do we understand the environmental data of release sites? Attention should also be paid to potential significant changes in phytoplankton composition. Biological factors, including relationship with predators and competing organisms, like food competitors, are also important. In scallop fishing grounds, not only predators like starfish, but also food competitors like sea squash need to be considered, like mussels. North American study has modeled the relationship between predator density and scallop survival rate. And countermeasures against predators in Japan will be introduced in tomorrow's presentation by me. So it's by chance like a Kunamset Foundation. We do like seabed visualization technology. This is currently being adapted for fishing ground management. On the eastern coast of Hokkaido, a technology called towed underwater video system is used, allowing non-destructive imaging of wide area of fishing ground. Currently, it can record like 10,000 square meter of seabed per day. The estimation relative error of scallop resources using this method is less than 5%, at least 1/5 lower than other survey methods. So this is the video that called. Okay. So, Japanese researchers developed a software that can automatically classify like seabed types, like gravel, sand, ballast, and detect number of scallops from the captured video. So this demonstrates that currently the software can automatically detect not only scallops, but also the seabed type with over 90% of accuracy. And theoretically, measuring the shell size is also possible. So by integrating these technologies, we have built a seabed image analysis application, which is beginning to be used in multiple fishery sites right now. That saves money and labor a lot. So this is summary. We introduced the transportation of seeds for seeding and the process from seed release to post release. Regarding the stabilization of natural spot collection, it's as Dr. Kosaka explained, for seed transportation, adjustments needs to be made according to the timing of transportation and the conditions at the release site. And currently we are particularly focusing on the benthic community at the release site and its associated biomass and environment carrying capacity, as well as optimizing the density and size of the seabed to be released.